my friends, and welcome to this club guide for the Football Fever tournament, the general club guide where I'm going to go through rookie, pro and expert and masters division and talking about which clubs I do feel is most like the best ones to use in the upcoming tournament. Before we start, this video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. And as you have seen, like since the last tournament, the club guides is in one video, not in separate. Please make me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Do you think it's good with every video, like every club guide in the same video, or you want it separate? Also check out patreon.com/golf-tommy for more like specific guides, training sessions, etc. So let's start. We're going to start with rookie division, and as you're going to see, you have Vineyard Acres, you have Sakura Hills, you have Santa Ventura. And the thing to have in mind here for practice, and you can't practice hole 1, 2, 4, 7, 8 and 9. So the Vineyard Acres and the Santa Ventura is not possible to practice in the regular tour play. They are only available from the second tee in tour number 7. When it comes to the Sakura Hills, they are available in tour number 3, the Asia Pacific. So hole number 1, we do start off with a tough par 4 where you really need distance for the second shot. I do put in the big dog here as a suggestion. And sure, if you do have any other wood club with length, that could be something to consider as well. But in general, the big dog to give you the opportunity to reach for the green in 2. Hole number 2, we do have the Viper here, and the Viper is going to be as a common wood club. I actually found out that the Viper is the most used wood club by players in the game in total. So the Viper here give you the opportunity to use the accuracy and the ball guide to give yourself a layup on the green for an easy birdie. Hole number 3, par 5, and of course when it comes to par 5s, most of the time we're going to have a big dog or another club with length to feature here. So this is important to use a ball as well with a good amount of distance. I would say a Titan would be preferred here, going on the right side, going to bounce over the rough there to give yourself an open line with your big dog to the pin. Sure, if you do have an upgraded sniper, etc., then you can go with that, but length in general on hole number 3. Hole number 4, the backbone, I say here, backbone is the long iron that you the most players do use, and the backbone will be featured here, as I do consider you having the opportunity to bounce over the water. They're in the middle, as you can see here on the screen, and then you will have a long iron to the pin and you will go for the rough bump, in my opinion. Then the backbone will be perfect for that use. Hole number 5, par 3, we're going to go with the Goliath. The Goliath here to give yourself the distance to go for the rough bump. And I would consider the rough bump to be the safest and also the best way to get on hole 1 here. Most of the times you are not having a wood club with backspin to be able to bounce directly onto the green. If you would be having a Guardian level 4, 5, 6, sure, you can go with that, go directly onto the green with the backspin that you have, but in general you will not have that. So the Goliath with the distance it has will be the one to go with there. Hole number 6, the Viper, we don't need to do anything special here more than putting ourselves away from any type of bunker and rough. For the second shot, we want to go for the rough bump as well. Many rough bumps in this tournament, but you want to go for the rough bump, and then you want to have the Viper that's a little bit more accurate when than the big dog or the Horizon. Hole number 7, another par 3, we come here with the backbone. The backbone will be the long iron to use on most of the par 3s, especially except for hole number 5, as I went through that already. Hole number 7, backbone, giving you the opportunity to bounce on the right side, or you go in the middle to bounce over the bunker. Hole number 8 and hole number 9 going to have the big dog. Both of them need length. If we take hole 8 first, most of the times you will find yourself with a long way to the green, and then distance is preferred. You can, of course, if you do have an upgraded driver and you will be able to reach far with, then you can go with a Viper or Horizon, maybe with a lower level sniper if so, but in general you will be needing distance, and then Big Dog is the best choice there. Hole number 9 is a tough part 5. Even if we play ourselves up that we will be having a possibility to reach with another wood club, I would consider this one to be the Big Dog all day and every day. Go with distance and reach for the green in 2. Give yourself the eagle. Don't try to push it too hard. So go a little bit more conservative. Land it on green, use the slope on the green to make it just fall down to the pin for an easy eagle. So my friends, this was the rookie division. We're going to go and look for pro and expert. And first we can say pro and expert: Vineyard Acres, Zachary Hills, Santa Ventura. So the Vineyard Acres and the Santa Ventura can be practiced on tour number 7, the West Coast. Then Zachary Hills is tour number 8, Asia Pacifics. So we're going to go with hole number 1. We go with the Guardian. As you will be able to see, the Guardian is going to be featured a lot in this club guide. I normally go with the sniper because I'm a sniper man, but we start off with the Guardian, and that is because we do want to have distance combined with backspin on our second shot. I do rely on ourselves to get as far out on that fairway, so we do have the distance enough to reach for the green in 2. Then we want to use the back of the green, make it fall back down to the pin for an easy birdie. Hole number 2, sniper or the Guardian, depending on how you want to play it. I will go with the Guardian because I do value, as I said, the backspin a little bit more than the sniper's accuracy. And the thing with backspin will give me a little bit more control, as it's going to be stopping nicely on the green there. Sure, may not be shooting that many hole-in-ones on hole number 2, but that I won't be doing with the sniper either. But the sniper, if you do have an 11, 9, 10, you can use that one instead and play that one equally good. But for me, I'm going to go with the Guardian. Hole number 3, Secure Hills par 5. And here, of course, is if we do have some headwind, then go with a wood club that give you more distance. But side wind, tailwind, then go with a sniper. You want accuracy, you want the ball guideline to help you to possibly make the albatross. Hole number 4, the Saturn or the Goliath. It depends on how you want to play the second shot. If you want to play the second shot for the rough bump, then go with the Goliath. If you want to go directly onto the green using the back spin of the Saturn to go on the back of the green, use the hill, fall back down, then you can go with the Saturn that way, because the Goliath will not have that backspin. For me, I'm going with the rough bump, but there is many players that is going for the back of the hill, back of the green, making it fall back down with the backspin of the Saturn. That's why we have them both. Hole number 5, we go with only the Guardian here, and here is to go on the little fairway platform on the left just before the green starts, and bounce it there with enough backspin to make it stop nicely towards the pin. It's going to be a tough one to make a hole-in-one, but at least the Guardian will allow you to be a little bit off with your adjustment. You will still have a pot for an easy birdie. Hole number 6, the sniper, and here we're going to go for the rough bump with our second shot. First and foremost, stay away from the bunker and the rough, of course, in the beginning. And the sniper is going to give us the rough bump that we want to have. And because when you go in the rough and the rough bump especially, and then you want to have some ball guideline to rely on. And of course the accuracy will help you when it comes to adjusting for the rings, and then we want to bounce it into the rough with 2 bars of topspin, roll towards the pin, and hopefully make that eagle. If the wind is too strong or too crazy, then go the conservative way. Then you do have the curl on your sniper and the backspin as well. Hole number 7, Santa Ventura par 3. You can play this one with the Guardian as well, but in general I would go with the sniper, especially if you have it upgraded and have at least 4 or 5 bars of backspin, and that you will be having on your sniper. Right or left, depending on the wind. In the middle, nah, stay away from that, I would say, but right or left, depending on the wind. Hole number 8, sniper or the Guardian here. again, it depends on what you're comfortable with. That's why I do have many of the times the sniper and the guardian featured on the same hole, to make you kind of see, okay, the good thing with guardian, backspin, and combined with distance, sniper, accuracy, and ball guide. So it's what you value and what type of wind we're going to have in the tournament. Tailwind or some side wind, sure, then we could go with the sniper there. With headwind, then maybe headwind or some slight headwind, guardian or the big dog or the cataclysm, to give you a little bit more distance. Tough par 4, the toughest one in the tournament that we're going to play by far, in my opinion. So be accurate, make that birdie, and go through to hole number 9. Hole number 9, same as in rookie division, big dog or the cataclysm. I add the cataclysm because many of the players that play in Pro and Expert do have the cataclysm unlocked, and then you maybe wonder, is it better to go with a cataclysm level 1 than a guardian level 8? No, it's not, because the guardian will have just a couple of yards less distance, and the cataclysm will have the maximum distance, so then it doesn't really matter. But in general, the cataclysm or the big dog if you do need distance. So that was Pro and Expert division, and we are going to go through to Masters. And Masters, all these holes has been played from the Masters T before. I've been playing them all. Some of them more than others, but it's always hard to find the right club in Masters, especially that the wind will affect so much. Headwind on a par 4 or a par 5 in Masters requires the wood club with the most distance all day and every day. You can't like, okay, I'm going to go with the sniper, I will reach anyway. Won't be happening. So we're going to start off directly by saying, like, Masters as normal is played from the 30. It's not possible to practice that in the regular tour play, so we'll have to, my suggestion would be to go into the first day of qualifier on Monday, practice that day, take some notes, look at the wind, give yourself the opportunity to play the holes one time, and then go from there. So we're going to start off with hole number 1. We have the guardian and the cataclysm here. It depends on the wind. If we do have some tailwind or side wind, I will go with the guardian. Otherwise, go with the cataclysm because of the distance for it. Hole number 2, the rocket. I love the rocket, actually. It's the only time when you actually played rockets, when you play in the Masters division, basically. And the reason we play with the rocket is because of the backspin. The backspin to give us the opportunity to go directly up to the green, bouncing it up basically as you would be playing it from the second tee with a guardian. You play it from the third tee with the rocket. Hole number 3, we do have the cataclysm and the sniper here as suggestions, and it depends on the wind. Headwind, cataclysm, tailwind, or I would say tailwind, sniper. Sidewind, depending on how you want to play the hole, I would say, but both of them will work good depending on the wind. Hole number 4, rough bump again. The Saturn or the Goliath doesn't really change that much from the division. This is the hole, I would say, hole number 4 that changes the least amount, and when it comes to the clubs. So I would consider going with the Goliath for the rough bump and the Saturn for going directly up to the green and making to use the backspin. If we're having some massive tailwind, we are able to go for the green in 1. It was a fun hole in that way that we actually could go for the green in 1 when this one was featured in a tournament, I think was like 6-7 months ago. Hole number 7, we do have the guardian or the sniper here, and we're going to play this one with from full distance when it comes to this par 3, and the guardian, I would say, would be slightly better than the sniper, especially if we do have some tailwind on this hole, or you want to use a little bit more backspin, go a little bit more on top to bounce it in. Sure, the sniper would work, especially if you want to go with a more like go in the middle to bounce up using the ball guideline, but stay away from the fringe, which can behave a little bit differently. Hole number 8, the cataclysm or the sniper. The more I'm thinking about this, hole 8 is going to be a killer, no matter what type of wind. I hope tailwind, because then it's going to be a little bit fun. Hole with headwind is going to be crucial. It's going to be like, yeah, yeah, we will see pars, we will see bogeys if we do have a headwind on hole 8. So it's going to be different. It's going to be awesome to see which type of wind. But in general, I will be going with my Cataclysm because I have it upgraded, and that will be the thing. Like if you do have the Cataclysm upgraded like 5, 6, or 7, then go with that one on hole number 8. Hole number 9, the Cataclysm. Sure, we can put in the big dog here as well if you're not having the Cataclysm unlocked or in not that high level. But usually when you play Masters, you do have the Cataclysm in like 4, 5, 6, or 7 in that level. So then that would be the one to be featured there. If Tailwind, then you can go with a hook shot. Give yourself opportunity to reach over to the fairway on the left. And then I would consider the Tsunami to be a good club to go with for the second shot because of the backspin to go directly onto the green. Well, we'll see which type of wind. If we're having headwind or side wind, then we need to just lay up, and then we really need distance for our second shot, and then the Cataclysm or the big dog would be the best. So my friends, here you have the club guides. You do have the one for Masters, you do have the one for Pro and Expert, and you do have the one for Rookie. If you do have any type of questions about the club selections, or you maybe have a suggestion yourself, please make a comment in the comment section below, and I will be happy to read that and help you out if you need to as well. We have the team page, Team Golf Clash Tommy, that will be there through the whole tournament, answer your questions and help you out. If you want to have some specific help when it comes to pinpoint the clubs to use in your bag, then check out patreon.com/golfclashtommy for that package. In the end here, the video is sponsored by Playdemic and Golf Clash, and I want to wish you the best of luck in the Football Fever tournament.